Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. I know everybody is getting ready for their weekend, but I want to welcome you to the Mindset and Money call, okay? And if you are new to this call, I need you to subscribe, okay? Turn on your notifications for the live so that you don't miss anything because I am going to be dropping some gems, okay? So, first of all, my name is Unika, and I am a Forex day trader. I also trade crypto, indices, stocks. So, I'm a trader. I'm also a medical entrepreneur as well. So, I wanted to do this call today because there has been a real shift in people's energy that I see. And I see that a lot of people are saying that they want more for themselves, right? They're saying that they want more for themselves. And if you are somebody that is wanting to level up in life and you're kind of stuck in this cycle, I am going to help you today, okay? So if you are anything like me, you're a person of, you used to be a person of, habit or routine or familiarity, right? And there is a thing called the danger of familiarity. And you may be staying in your comfort zone right now because it's what's familiar to you, right? It's what's familiar to you. You may be stuck in this cycle because it's your comfort zone. But let me tell you what you have to do if you really want to succeed. The number one thing is you have to understand that your money is linked to your mindset. That's why I started the Mindset and Money call, because a lot of people, they'll reach out to me and say they want to learn how to trade, they want to learn how to invest, they want to do these different things. And some of them even say that they've tried it before, but it didn't work for them, or they lost money, or they just couldn't get into it. But I realized that it is sometimes your mindset and the mental space that you are in that is stopping you from getting where you need to be. So in order for you to really level up, in order for you to really get out of cycles, you have to change everything, right? I'm not telling you to change the good things. If you're consistent, if you're focused, if you're determined, I'm not telling you to change those things, but there are certain things. Nobody is perfect. There are certain areas in your life where you know that you could be improving. And once you improve those things, on the other side of that is the success that you are seeking, right? So when I talk about mindset and money, people don't understand that. They hear the saying like old habits don't get new results. They hear that, but they still continue to do the same thing. And you hear all of the tips about separating yourself from people and doing these things. And until you actually try them, until you actually lock in, you will not see the results of what everybody is talking about, right? I strongly believe that there are some core things that you have to change. Like, truly, there's some core things that you really have to change if you really want to level up. Because success is not about luck or chance. It's about who you have to become to get to a certain level, right? In order for me to be in this field that I'm in, I really had to restructure my whole life, restructure my mindset, restructure the inside of me. And so I am going to give you guys some tips, like really, because we are in quarter four. We are in quarter four. We are in the fourth quarter of the year, and I don't want anybody on this call to sit and wait for January to come for them to actually glow up, for them to actually level up in their life, right? So the number one thing that you need to do when you're first focusing on getting where you want to be, you need to know what exactly is it that you want to do. I called my aunt yesterday, and I called her and she asked me, she said, how are you feeling? And I told her I feel so complete. And the reason why I feel complete is not because I'm exactly where I want to be at, but the reason why I feel complete is because I know exactly what I want to be doing for the rest of my life. And that is where you have to get to. I told her, I said, I finally found it. I finally found what it is that I could see myself as an old lady doing, right? And for me, that is trading. For you, that may be something else. I read a book that was talking about people that drift. And drifting is when you basically are letting life control you instead of you controlling life. And a lot of us are some of us are unconsciously drifting. We go to this job every day just because it pays our bills. Did you ever stop and think, do you see yourself being there 10, 20 years from today? We're operating in fields, right? That we saw somebody else making money in, so we started this little side hustle. But you have to ask yourself, do I see myself doing this for the next 10 years? Do you see yourself doing? Ask yourself. Write down whatever it is that you're doing right now as your occupation, as your business, as a side hustle, anything that you're doing that is in an income driven activity or that brings you income. Really ask yourself, do I see myself here 10 years from now? And if you don't see yourself in that situation 10 years from now, what do you want to be doing? What is something that you could be doing, like that you would do it? Like I told my aunt, I said, baby, I would be like Warren Buffett, okay? I'm going to be in my 60s, 50s, 70s, 80s, and I'm going to be trading, okay? I found my purpose, and once I found my purpose, it lit me up. I'm not drifting no more. Now I know if this doesn't align with, getting the education that I need to learn what I need to learn, or, my trading education or personal development or being a speaker, if those things are not coming out of whatever somebody's trying to bring to me, I don't do it. I'm not drifting no more. So I want y'all to type in the chat, type in the comments, stop drifting. Y'all, we have to take control of life, because I'm going to tell you, nobody's going to look out for you. Nobody's going to make sure that you're rich. Nobody's going to make sure that you're abundant. Nobody's going to hold you accountable until you hold yourself accountable. So I want everybody to drop in the comments, stop drifting. Listen, you have to stop drifting, and you have to take your own power back, because this is the real truth. The owner of Walmart, when they came up with the business plan for Walmart, they didn't put in the business plan, let me put something so that the lady working at the door can eventually have financial freedom. They didn't put in their business plan or in their, payroll system a way for the lady that's at the door of Walmart checking your receipt when you come out the door. They're not trying to make sure that that person eventually becomes profitable and financially independent. The people that created McDonald's, they didn't put in their plan for the cashiers to, gain financial freedom. You have to get that for yourself. You have to get that for yourself. You have to decide, what are you going to do that aligns with your purpose, that is bringing something of substance to the world? What can you do that you control? It's okay to have the job. I'm at my job. I'm the office manager. I'm at my job. It's okay to have a job, but what else are you doing? I can tell you I made profit this morning on the NASDAQ 100 trading as soon as the market opened up at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. I can tell you that. I can tell you that I did something that I am in control of. So what is going to be that thing for you? What is going to be that thing that makes you stop drifting and start taking back control of your life? Because if you don't, somebody else will. And if you don't pursue your dreams, you're going to be one of the pawns that is helping somebody else pursue theirs. You're going to be a worker helping somebody else pursue their dreams, and you're not going to have anything outside of your occupation. That's not life. So if you really want to level up your mindset, level up your money, level up your success, the number one thing you got to do is know where you're going, because you never hit a target that you don't aim for. Don't just be out in life just shooting blindly. And another thing, once you find what it is that you want to do, baby, don't be going and asking nobody what they think. Don't. What do they think? They don't even know what to think for themselves. So why are you asking them what they think for you? Who else can tell you what you could do better than you? Right? So once you find out what it is that you want to do, and once you stop drifting in life, don't ask for no opinions, baby. Don't ask for no opinions. And what you're going to do is you're going to change everything. You're going to change everything. And what does that look like? When you wake up, the morning routines are so, I'm literally like just getting back into a new morning routine. But what you feed yourself in the morning as soon as you wake up is crucial. What you feed your mind, what you feed your spirit, what you feed your body in the morning is essential to how everything is going to turn out for you. It is. It really is. So what are you doing in the morning? Are you just getting up and picking up your phone and scrolling? So now your first 45 minutes of your day is trying to see who gonna drop a new diss track? Huh? Are you looking at other people, comparing yourself? Like, what are we doing? What are you doing in the morning? Are you meditating? I can tell you guys right now, I'm just starting back to get into a morning routine. And I am starting to meditate for 5 to 10 minutes every single morning. You don't have to be Russell Simmons and be trying to meditate for a whole hour. Baby, start 5 to 10 minutes a day. Get on YouTube, look up 5-minute meditation, 10-minute morning meditation. Sit down, meditate, get your thoughts together before the world just comes at you with everything. Get your thoughts together before the world comes at you with everything. Right? Environments. I'm not just talking about places, but we're going to get to places. But I'm talking about people. What type of people are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Are y'all, when you get on the phone, are y'all talking about other people? If you sit on the phone with somebody for 30 minutes and all y'all done talked about was other people and what other people are doing, what substance is that? And another thing, you got to get away from people too. Like, this is a real thing. When you are really ambitious and when you got motion and you are personally developing, right? And when you have like you got that little special, you just got some type of little anointing on you, it's going to be some friends that you have that you're going to have to let them go, because they either going to be envious, they be trying to copy. Like, y'all, I literally had to cut some people off, y'all, because like certain people just like, I had to cut one person, I had to cut off Like, they was trying to copy everything that I was doing. Right? And it's nothing wrong with being inspired, but ma'am, why are you copying everything that I'm doing? That is weird, right? And I remember the reason why I had cut her off, and this is, you guys have to examine your relationship, because that's what I did. I'm gonna get to that. You have to examine all of, like, who are you talking to every day, or who are you in close proximity to, right? Write those names down. And then you think about how you feel when you're around those people. How you feel when you leave from around them, right? And so I wrote down this list of the people that I was hanging around, because something wasn't feeling right. And when I was getting away from certain people, it was feeling like I was feeling drained, right? And so this one person, like, she would try to copy everything that I was doing, and like just trying to always, if I plan an event, she wanna insert herself somewhere. It was just weird, like, right? So I was like, I remember an Oprah quote: you cannot be friends with somebody that wants your life, right? You cannot be friends with somebody that basically wants to be you. You cannot. You cannot, right? I had somebody else that, in their mind, they thought that they were my coach. And they thought that they were like my mentor, right? And I was like, I'm not even looking at you that way. I just wanted to learn, a little thing that you know how to do. I wanted you to teach me that, but you're thinking that I'm just trying to become your whole student, right? And so, you know what that person told me? That person told me, you always trying to do your own thing. I say, I'm always trying to do my own thing. You always trying to do your own thing, and you're not at that level yet that you should be doing that. And I said, huh? I'm always doing my own thing. What am I supposed to be doing? Your thing? Like, y'all think about that. So if somebody tell you always doing your own thing, what else are you supposed to be doing? Right? So it's certain people that you just gotta get them out of your life. And let me tell you, once you get the people out of your life that are trying to control you, right? Because that's what that was. That was control. People trying to control you. People trying to like be you in a weird way. People that are not talking about anything of substance. Y'all, I was around I used to hang around one of my family members, right? And I had to examine that. And y'all, this is a real thing that you should do. And I did this, and when I did this, a lot of people, I separated from a lot of people, right? I had a relative, and they were cool, but whenever we would get together, all we would be doing is going out to eat or drinking or, just not doing anything of substance, right? And so when I thought about it, when you take away the part, like, think about your circle, right? When you take away the partying, the drinking, the low vibrational phone conversations talking about other people, when you take away the happy hours or the little things, when you take that away, what do you and that person have in common? What type of alignment do you have with that person? Even you may be in a relationship and you may be feeling drained and you don't know why. And you have to think, if I take the sex out of this, like, she got good, he got good, if I take that out of the equation and I just look at this person for who they are we aligned? Are we aligned? And if, you are not aligned, now is not the time. You don't have time to do any more drifting. You have to totally submerge yourself into your purpose in life. You guys, the 1% are the 1% for a reason. They're not doing what the masses are doing. They're the ones that people call weird, or the ones that people call funny acting. The 1% are the 1% for a reason. I used to be this girl, like I grew up in foster care, right? So I really used to have this feeling that I needed to belong. And so when I met my biological family at the age of 29, and I moved to Houston and, got to spend time around them, I really started to realize that what I thought I wanted, I didn't really want. I thought that I wanted something, and that's not even what I really wanted. I don't care about going to barbecues and cookouts, and I don't care about stuff like that. But I thought that I did. I thought that, I needed to be around all of these people. But then once I got around that, and once I got to experience that, and I didn't like it, I realized this is not how the 1%, like, this is not, the 1% are the 1% for a reason. They're not doing what the masses are doing. They're not hanging around everybody. They're not talking to everybody. They're not spreading their energy thin to everybody. So I'm asking you today, who are you aligning with? Who are you in proximity with? What kind of social environment are you in? Get rid of the gossipers. Get rid of the naysayers. Get rid of the people that every time you got a celebration, they got a caution sign up. Oh, that might be a scam. That might be, I knew somebody that did this and that, and that didn't work for them. Stay away from those type of people, man. Stay away from them. Your environment, because listen, everybody that you're around, the things that you hear on the radio or on TV, the things that you're watching on social media and watching on TV, all of that is like automatically going into your mind. And you're seeping all of this stuff in. So you have to be very careful about who you're letting around you and what you're looking at every day. You guys, I'm not going to lie. I had to go and detox my whole, I didn't detox my whole nothing. I deleted Facebook, because I said Facebook is like the news. It was draining just looking at it. Y'all talking about these rap people beefing, this concert, something happened over here, this tragic thing happened at the news. It was just so much. You have to eliminate that stuff. Man, you got to eliminate it. And you got to focus, and you got to have tunnel vision. You really, really do. You cannot just drift, man. You cannot. Okay? So find your purpose. Find your purpose. Find that thing that you say, I could do this for the next 10 years. Right? Find that thing. And start working on it now. Start doing it now. Right? Change your mornings. Mornings matter. Y'all type mornings matter. Mornings matter. What are you doing at the beginning of the day when your mind is fresh and so easily able to be influenced? What are you putting in your mind first thing in the morning, as soon as your feet touch the ground? What are you listening to? What are you looking at? Right? Fixing your environment, the people that you hang around, the places that you hang around. You got to know that people be like, well, I could go here sometimes. What type of people are in that environment? What types of people are in that environment that you're hanging around, that you're in? What types of people are in there? Who's there? Is there people of substance? Is there people that are at the level that you aspire to be on? Are those type of people over there? And that's another thing. You have to get into proximity with people that have the result that you want. And this is not to say you go and copy them and do everything that they do, but they can be a coach. Listen, I have coaches that I've never talked to. They don't even know my name. I don't know them personally, but I follow their philosophies. I follow some of their teachings, and I, live by them. When I say coach, that don't mean that you have to personally go and pay for some type of mentorship. It's some wonderful people that you can learn from for free, baby. Like Bob Proctor. Okay? Y'all go on YouTube and pull up Proctor Vibes. Y'all type Proctor Vibes in the comments. Go to YouTube, type in Proctor Vibes, and listen to the whole playlist, baby. Your mind, your paradigm gonna shift. Go listen to some Eric Thomas. Go listen to somebody. Go feed your mind. Go listen to Unica. Go on YouTube and type in UNIQQKA and go watch them videos. What are you plugging into? What type of mentorship or what type of coaching what do you subscribe to? That is positive. That is uplifting your mindset, because the only way you're going to get to the money, and the reason why I didn't put money and mindset, I put mindset and money. I named this call the mindset and money call, is before I can talk to you about the money, I really have to get you to know that you have to change your whole mindset. And that means changing your whole being. And speaking of being, I'm going to get into that. You have to become the person that you envision yourself as. You have to get up and you have to already put yourself where you see yourself. I know that I will be one of the most influential, impactful female speakers of my time. I know without a shadow of a doubt that my voice is going to change lives, and that me speaking is going to change the lives of many people. I already know it. I'm not waiting on somebody to give me permission to give me a stage. I create my own stage, because your blessings come from God, not man. That's why when that person told me you doing stuff before you ready, baby, you got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Somebody's telling you you're doing something before you're ready, baby, that's what you're supposed to do. You don't sit and it's not here yet. It's not here yet. I'm just waiting to be ready. I'm just waiting to be ready. Baby, you get ready. You stay ready. Right? You decide when you're ready. Nobody else. You do. You decide when you're ready, baby. And guess what? All of the don't listen to nobody telling you got to wait till you're ready. All of the great people, they did things before they was ready. Right? All the great people did things before they was ready. When you look back at history, Henry Ford, baby, he didn't have a clue how he was going to make a car. Everybody said he was crazy. Now, everybody riding a Ford. Well, not me, but most people, a lot of people, they riding a Ford, right? But it was just a thought. And he wasn't ready for that. He wasn't ready. He didn't have, let me get the wheels. Let me get everything lined up in order before, and so I could be ready to make the car. No. Do you think Thomas Edison said, I'm going to wait until I'm ready to create the light? I'm going to wait until I get a sign that tells me that I'm ready to invent the light. Where will we be? If Bill Gates said, I'm going to wait until I'm ready, until I get assigned to build Microsoft, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait until somebody tell me, Bill, now you're ready to do Microsoft, Bill. Do you think Bill Gates waited for somebody to tell him that he was ready for something? No. You got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So I want everybody to comment ready. Because y'all are what? Ready. Okay? You have to become that person now. Not waiting for nobody to give me no stage. You want to know why? Because I know it's people that need to hear my voice and they need to hear what I have to say. So why would I wait to get on the stage, baby? I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. By the time I get on the stage, baby, I'm already going to be so lit, okay? So stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And guess what? You do the thing before you are ready to do it. That's how you become prepared. Success is opportunity that meet action. If you got the opportunity, but you saying, I'm not ready yet because I'm not developed or because I'm not up to this person's standards, baby, you'll never move. Go. Go. Okay? Go. Now, we're going to get to some of the money part, right? Because this is mindset and money, right? So I just gave you guys some tips to get out of the cycle that you're in, because you guys got to realize sometimes we are stuck in cycles. And I was like that. I was stuck in cycles. That's what made me move to Houston. I was stuck in cycles. I'm like, this is not serving me. And then the place where I was at, it wasn't filled with a lot of opportunities like it is here in Houston. So I had to go and I had to break the cycle. Y'all type break the cycle. You have to break the cycle. And in order to do that, that comes with becoming who you see yourself as without asking for permission. That comes with starting your morning, getting your mindset right. That comes with putting yourself in alignment and in proximity with the right people. It comes with knowing your purpose, not just drifting through life and just letting everything, do whatever it wants to do. And whoever, anybody can call your phone. You ain't got no boundaries, no nothing. No, that's not what we're doing. That is not what we are doing, right? So once you become that person, like I want you to become that person right now. You don't have to be who you were 15 seconds ago. You don't have to be who you were 30 minutes ago. You can make the decision now to change. And you can say, I'm not that no more. I'm her now. And guess what? You heard. Who going to tell you something different? Right? So let's get into the money. Let's get into the money, y'all. So how do you find your, I would say your money magnet, right? How do you find what your money magnet is? That goes along with finding your purpose. What is something that you like to do? And it can't be just something that you like to do. What is something that you like to do that you can make money from, that helps people, that you can see yourself doing in the long term? Right? And it heavy on you can see yourself doing it in the long term, because a lot of businesses are profitable, right? I was listening to The Science of Getting Rich, and it was saying, don't worry about what career field makes money, because all career fields make money. If you want to be a chef, that industry makes money. But are you really going to be wanting to cook for the masses? Are you really going to want to, put in the time to open up a whole restaurant and really be in there in the kitchen cooking? Do you really want to do that? Restaurant owners, you see restaurant owners, they open up franchises and have them all over the world. They making money, but that's because that's their passion, that's their purpose, and they put their all into it, right? I'm going to give you an example. I used to be heavy into the health and wellness industry, right? So if you go down my TikTok page, you'll see like I was in the gym. I still go to the gym. I go to the gym 6 days a week, right? But I was in the gym and I was recording content, and I was promoting my health and wellness business that I was doing at the time, right? And then I added body contouring to that. And so I had a body contouring shop and all of that. So I was doing health and wellness, right? And everybody knows health and wellness is like one of the biggest industries. People are killing it. I was killing it. I was doing pop-up shops where I was making $800 selling vitamins and cleanse and detox. I was, had an office building on the 6th floor in Houston by the NRG Stadium. Like, I had it, right? But I was making money, but that wasn't my purpose. And it's okay, because sometimes you got to try things. Because that's when I realized, hey, I really don't want to be body sculpting people all day. Kind of tired. Kind of sleepy. Because I was working at my full-time job, right? And then I would leave there and go and do my body contouring clients. And I'm like, And then I wanted something that was more passive, right? I wanted something that was more passive. So I said, I don't see myself doing this for 10, 20 years, right? So I made the decision to pivot. I told myself, like, wellness products are booming. Wellness products are great. Like, people are killing it. One of my favorite coaches is, sells wellness products, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But I just did not see myself 10 years from now out in the field just trying to, move products. But then somebody introduced something to me. They introduced me to trading in the financial markets, right? And so once I tried it, once I tried trading, once I saw what the community was about, I was like, now this is something that I could be doing. And did I make a mistake doing the health and wellness? Did I make a mistake, doing body contouring? No, because you have to try things to see what it is that you like and don't like, So trying different things and trying to find your way, that's cool. You should do that. But once you realize, if you're doing something and you realize, like, hey, this is more of a temporary thing. That was what it was for me. Like, I was like, this is more of a temporary thing. I want to really be out, like, doing something else. I want to be doing something else. And so it's okay. We have to try things to know what it is that we like and what it is that we don't like. What we want to do and what we don't want to do. So when I was introduced to trading in the financial markets, I looked at the screen and I'm like, damn, this looks hard. I want to learn this. Right? I was like, this looks hard, but I want to learn it. Like, I saw the success stories that people had. I saw just how it had changed people's lives. And so I told myself, I'm going to lock in. I'm going to learn the strategy. I'm going to get educated. I'm going to learn the terminology. I'm going to learn what these little candlesticks are, right? It looks like an EKG machine, right? So I'm like, I'm going to learn this stuff and I'm going to do it. And you guys, mind you, I was in, I have tried to learn trading like so many times before from other people, but I never found anything reputable enough. Yes. So I tried different things, but I never had really got into it like that. I was never successful to it like that. So I said, you know what? I'm going to change everything. So I changed everything. I'm talking about, I went in hermit mode. I wasn't talking to nobody unless it was of substance. I changed my eating habits. I started drinking a lot more water. Like, I just started doing things different, and I locked in on what I was passionate about. I locked in on trading, right? And it changed my life. And it changed my life because when I moved to Houston 5 years ago, I was in an apartment that I really, really hated, right? I didn't hate it when I first moved here, of course, because I'm new. I'm like, I'm in Houston, oh my God. But as time went on, I'm like, I done moved into projects. Wait a minute now, right? And so I hated that apartment, and I was driving a car that I didn't like either. And so I remember, I'll never forget the defining moment for me. And when I said, you know what, girl, you got to lock in. Like, you have to use this. I was trying to move. And the place that I was trying to move, I needed to make 3 times the rent amount. Right? I needed to make 3 times the rent amount. And so basically that means I would have needed to make 3 times what I made on my job. And how many of you all know, no boss, you can't just go to your boss and be like, can you give me 3 times what I'm paid so I could be able to afford to stay over here? That's not going to happen. So what did I do? I learned a skill set. I learned an income producing activity that could bring me revenue outside of my traditional job. And you guys, guess what happened? In 54 days of me locking in, I was able to move to where I wanted to live, exactly where I wanted to live. And I also was able to get the car that I wanted from trading, right? So what is that thing? You know what I'm saying? What is that thing that you're going to do that is going to bring you financial independence? And you guys, I'm telling you right now, having a service-based business is cool. It's cool. Like, we need the services. I need my esthetician. I don't need my esthetician to try to go do nothing else. I need my esthetician because she got to do my facials, right? I need Mawa to do my braids, right? I need that. I need my tattoo man, Chucky. I need him to do my tattoos. So it's nothing wrong with having a service-based business. Nothing wrong with it. But I'm going to tell you something. We are in the age where just one income or the hustle and bustle, that is not enough. You do not want to just have something that you have to trade your time for dollars, right? Example, when I had my body contouring shop, if I did not get a client, I did not make money from the shop, right? Same thing with a hairstylist. If you don't have a client to do their hair, how are you going to get money? If you don't have a client to do their nails, how are you going to get money? So yes, do your service-based business that you are passionate about, but baby, please learn a skill set. Learn how to make passive income. Learn how to make money that is solely from you, that doesn't need any external people to give you anything. You have to have that. You have to. Because what if the shop slows down one day? Or what if on this day you got 3 clients less than what you normally have? You could get into a trade and make up for that. You may not have a lash customer, but you need money. You could be trading, right? So trading is not something that is going to take away from what you're doing, because my passion is speaking. I am so happy and so grateful now that I am one of the most impactful, influential female motivational speakers. I am so happy and so grateful now. It's already done. But am I going to let that be the do all, be all, end all? No. I'm going to be getting money from me, from a skill set that I know, right? We have been taught as people, we have been taught even in school to be the best worker, to be the best person that follows the directions of someone else. That is what we were taught. From school, we were put on the 8-hour clock. with the lunch break in the middle. Think about it. From pre-K to high school, we were all put on an 8-hour clock, preparing us to be workers for somebody else. We were taught to constantly try to get the approval. You gotta make the good grades to meet the standards of this, right? Then when you go to college, right? When you go to college, what are you going to college for? So you can get a degree to get the best job. So from before we were even aware, we were already conditioned to work for others. Y'all, I know somebody right now, and this should open. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you 2 examples. This should open you up. I know somebody right now that has a master's degree in psychology. This person went to college. Of course, college is not free. She had to take out loans because she didn't have a scholarship. This person that has a master's degree in psychology has over $200,000 in student loan debt, to the point where this person could not even get a house because their debt to income ratio was off. Now, that's not it. I'm gonna give you the defining moment that I realized. No. Got $250,000 in debt. Got a master's degree. I'm not saying anything against people that have degrees. I'm just speaking on what was a defining moment for me. The person had got a new job. They were so excited about the new job. I was so excited about the new job. Baby, I bought her a gift for the new job. Took her out to eat to celebrate the new job. And you know how much she told me that she got paid a year? And she was very excited. She was excited about it. She said, they paying me $63,000 a year. Y'all let that sink in. $250,000 worth of student loan debt. And you have a new job that is only paying you $63,000 a year. That opened my eyes. That opened up my eyes so much. And it should open up your eyes right now. Right? I'm going to give you another story. I know a doctor. They retired from the hospital that they were working at. But guess what? After they retired, the retirement check wasn't adding up. So they still needed more money. So do you know what they had to go do? They had to go back and work underneath another doctor just to make ends meet. Y'all let that sink in. These two, I just told you, 2 top high-paying, supposedly high-paying careers, and the people are not financially independent. Right? So with those, like, I'm a person that People don't notice about me, but I'm inspired by what I want to be like, but I'm a little bit more inspired by what I don't want to be like. Seriously. If I hear, like when I heard those stories, I said, oh no. Unica, that means if you sit and wait, that's how you gonna be. If you sit around and just wait on job security, you got to secure yourself. You have to secure yourself. So when I got into this industry of trading in the financial markets, it changed my life. And that's the reason why I told my aunt yesterday, when she asked me how do I feel, and I told her I feel complete, I meant that with every breath in my body. Because I am in perfect alignment, doing the things that I know I'm supposed to be doing. And so now, what does that look like for you? What income producing skill will you have outside of your traditional occupation, your traditional service-based business? What is it? What is it? I can tell you right now, I paid nowhere near $250,000 to learn how to trade. Baby, I ain't even paid $5,000 to learn how to trade. I learned an income producing skill set that I can take with me for the rest of my life for way less than what it costs for somebody to go and get a degree. Way less. Top mentorship, best educators, the best strategies for a fraction, because I said I'm not going to wait until somebody deems me ready. I'm not going to wait for somebody to tell me that I'm ready for financial independence. I am going to stay ready so I don't got to get ready. And I'm going to get in my trading bag. That's what I'm going to do. And so what is it that you're going to do? What is that income? What skill set are you going to learn? What are you going to do to create some type of passive income? Are you going to create a digital product? Like, guys, why I tell people so, like, I know this one man, he knows so much about the trucking industry, like so much. And I asked him, I said, why don't you create like a real course showing people how they can start a trucking company and sell it, and just make like 10 people could order your stuff and you're like literally just living your life. You guys, we are in the digital age. We are in the age, like, we are so lucky to live in this time, because our parents, our grandparents, our great-great-grandparents, they didn't have this opportunity. Everything that they wanted, they had to get it from someone else. They had to go and work for someone else. They didn't have the resource and the tools to become an entrepreneur like what we have today. Like, literally, we have, like, my son is already saying, like, I want to have an art gallery. Like, I want to learn how to trade. Like, he's already thinking like an entrepreneur at 9. So what are you doing? What are you good at? Like, you don't have to trade like me. You could be I know somebody that's a stylist. Why are you not making like some type of fashion advice or fashion tip ebook to help somebody? Oh, hold on, drag the puzzle. Okay. So why are you not doing some type of digital product that you can sell? Why? Why are you not doing it? What's stopping you? Right? So I want everybody to go back to the drawing board, right? And I want you to, first of all, turn on your notifications, because this mindset and money call is gonna be for the books. Like, it's gonna go far, because I feel like people are looking at one aspect and not looking at the other, and they're separating the two, and it's all together. You got to have your mindset right before you can get to the money. You have to become the person that is even deserving of the things that you're asking about, that you're asking for. So what is that income producing skill set that you're going to do? What is that passion that you have, or what do you know how to do that you can craft it up as something of your own and sell it and create income passively? What does that look like for you? What is it? And so as I leave you guys on this beautiful, beautiful Friday, I want you to focus on mindset and money and connecting the two together. Focus on becoming the person. Like, once you know exactly where you want to be at in life, I need you to become that person, and I need you to adopt the habits, the ways, the rituals, the routines of what that person would do. Really see yourself as your future self and become that right now, because nobody can tell you when you're ready. You decide that. Your success is not dependent on man, it's dependent on God. Right? So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Turn on your notifications. Turn on the notifications so that you don't miss it. Go to my YouTube. It's the same as my Instagram and TikTok. UNIQQKA. And I will see you guys on another video about mindset and money. I love you all. Have a beautiful day.